In December of 2009, I was contacted by a woman from Texas named Sherry Ashby. Sherry happened to live on the Fort Hood military base situated less than 150 miles north of where I currently reside in San Antonio. In a letter to me, Sherry confessed, "In August of 2007, I saw a flying humanoid. I didn't just see something move fast in the sky, and believe it or not, it was right over Fort Hood. I spent the last few years wondering if it was an army training thing or something from space. I know I was not the only person who saw what I saw. I was in my car and I pulled over to watch it. The cars in front of and behind me also stopped and watched. Here's what I saw. I was driving down a road on Fort Hood on my way to visit a friend. The car in front of me slowed down and completely stopped on the road. After my brief frustration over their stopping, I saw what had the other driver's attention. I looked up, and what I saw was what I thought was a soldier in a battle dress uniform, floating about 30 feet over the power lines. It looked as if the soldier was wearing a rain poncho. He was low enough to the ground and my car that I was able to see the entire body. I would guess that it was about 50 to 60 feet from my car. I rolled down my window, expecting to hear some noise coming from the being. The head was covered with the hood of the poncho. What disturbed me so much was that I could see the feet. They looked like they were standing on a flat surface, like an invisible piece of glass. The being floated very slowly. It moved from one side of the road to the other and continued floating slowly across the field that it was now over. It didn't go up and down, just floated from south to north. I tried to describe to people what I saw, and most everyone I told laughed at me. I can't say that I blame them. I've asked soldiers about it, thinking there was a new top-secret jetpack or something. Of course, I got no answers. I've held this information for some time, and when I saw it covered on a TV show, I was excited to know that I was not the only person to have seen something. So, an intriguing affirmation that at least a few of these incidents may in truth be spawned by the military, perhaps involving some type of experimental flying apparatus that has been kept top secret. But why then would the device be tested in plain view of several civilians during the day? A lengthy phone interview with Sherry seemed to confirm that she was quite sincere and was more than a little freaked out by her encounter. In fact, I got the distinct impression that my extreme interest in her experience served as a form of validation that provided her with some degree of closure. Yet another uncanny report I received came from a man named Drew, who wrote, "I am messaging you because I have had a sighting of a humanoid figure in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, near Philadelphia. It was in June 2008 at my local farm. My friend and I were driving at the farm at around 6:30 p.m. We were driving along the cornfields trying to spot deer. As we were passing the clearing between the cornfields, we saw the humanoid figure floating upright from about 150 yards away. It was all in white and appeared to be in a cape. It was floating about 1 to 2 feet off the ground and looked to be 4.5 to 5 feet tall. It was visible for about 3 seconds, and then it floated into the cornfields. After it disappeared, my friend and I drove to where it passed into the corn and discovered there was a broken corn stalk. I know for a fact that what I saw is not a known creature. Perhaps not coincidentally, Bucks County was the nexus of intense UFO activity during 2008. Yet another strong indicator that there is a connection to some, if not all, of the flying humanoid encounters.